You know what? I would have to start over anyway. Welcome back to the Rundown, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I'm yours, Chris Fagan. I don't know what's been wrong with me this week. I've always forgotten to unmute the mic every day this week. I apologize for that. And the joke that you did not hear me say, I said, "There's my wife, Joy Fagan, who is totally not gonna." She said, "I'm not gonna do the show." Unless I can wear my robe. So I say, go ahead. Wear the robe. You comfortable, babe?
I am.
I promised my wife that we could do this in 15 minutes, but she knows, like other things, I always break that promise. So I said, let's talk about some things. As you see, some of the topics that are already floating by. I kind of messed up the graphics, but I'm getting ahead of myself on it. As normal, the show is broken up into 3 parts, but today it's going to be a short one. We're going to talk about some trending topics. We're going to talk about the predictions for the box office, and then we're going to listen to what you guys have to say if you guys are joining us late. I know this isn't the normal time we normally start. I know you guys are used to us starting on like a Rundown After Dark at like around, 8 o'clock our time?
Usually,
but now it's...
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Yeah, usually. Now it's almost 10. But so I promise that this will be a quick 15-minute chat. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. But guys, you can always support the channel by sending our questions in during the live chat. Send a voicemail if you want to call us at 281-406-1993 or become a channel member. If you go to the home page on youtube.com/T3 Media Studios, there should be, right next to where you see subscribe and things like that, there should be a button that says join. If you can't see it, I would suggest go to other channels that you know for a fact that they have channel members. If it's not popping up on other people's channels that you know that they have channel members, then it might be some kind of an error. I don't know. There might be some kind of error, but we just double checked. The button is there, but I'll double check again and see if there's anything I might have done on settings or if there's something I need to adjust. You can also listen to our podcast at T3 Media Studio. So that's to catch up with I got to update that damn thing too. But I'm going to be doing all that tonight. So let's sit back. Let's talk about these topics, babe. What have we got starting us off? The first topic. I can't even, I'm already laughing.
Stranger Things superfan claims she was scammed by I don't know how to say his name. Dacre Montgomery Catfish. This headline coming from whattrending.com. A woman named McKala, who was a Stranger Things superfan, left her husband after she was tricked into thinking that the actor, Mr. Montgomery, was forging a new relationship with her. In a video interview with Catfished, she admits that she found the interactions to be far-fetched, but he would say things that made her believe she was really speaking to him.
I went on Instagram, and remember that one time I did an Instagram comment and it blew up. It had like thousands and thousands and thousands of. I think I did it again. I forgot which TikTok account I made a comment on. But I said something like, actor that I've never met asks me for $10,000. So I give it to him and I'm going to divorce my husband, because I can do better. You're like, what kind of shit is this right off the bat? It was just ridiculous. I still don't understand how people can still fall for catfishing. After all these years, it's been 20 years since that movie originally came out.
If you've ever even watched the show,
from the same guy,
basically, they show you all the things that they do. That's pretty simple. They don't have.
If you've never seen them live,
they're not paying for special things. They're reverse Googling. They're looking up phone numbers.
Yeah,
they're doing all this pretty
everybody
basic. Can do. They're not like.
Well, at least nowadays, after seeing the show all this time, you should be able to do it.
To be able to confirm. I mean, and again, if you've watched the show enough, that they will like try to be as nice as possible in saying, like, did he video, like, were you FaceTiming or video zooming, anything where
No.
you saw him face to face?
I'm not gonna be.
To you?
I'm not gonna be nice about this.
He always says that he's busy.
Yeah.
He's an actor. He can't. That right there should tell you
That-
if he's unwilling.
I'm sorry. I'm not
to
gonna
speak to you face to face. It ain't true, honey. I don't care what he is saying to you.
Her being a Stranger Things super fan indicates that she was an easy target for this person who took advantage of her. But I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be nice about it. What kind of delusion world was this person in to think that this actor was just out of all the options that this man probably has in life? He wants to, I want to risk it all for a fan that I've never met before, who is married, cause all kinds of complications in their life. You just felt your delusions for that, whatever mental or emotional investments that you have in that show. I feel bad for you for that, but I don't feel bad for your ex-husband at all.
I would see on Catfish, not even with celebrities, just saying, oh, I've been talking to this guy for 5 years.
Years and stuff like.
And we've never spoken face to face. I'm not sure what the problem is.
He does not exist.
Yeah.
That's the.
How much bigger of a red flag do you need? Do you need a red curtain? The whole red wall? I don't know what other big flashing lights you need to let you know that's not normal.
This is not going to happen. And this came in again from What's Trending. I believe you already read the headline on it. A woman named McKala, who was a Stranger Things super fan, left her husband after she was tricked into thinking that the actor Dacre Montgomery was forging a new relationship with her. In a video interview with Catfished, she admits that she found the interaction to be far-fetched, but that he would say things that made her believe she was really speaking to him. You mean all the things that you can easily Google? All those things? I have a house over here. I have a this and that. Montgomery starred as the 80s bad boy turned upside down victim Billy Hargrove on the hit Netflix show. McKala, an artist who also worked in film editing, has remained a massive fan of the show and Montgomery's character throughout its 4 seasons run. McKala alleged that her ex-husband was not supportive of her artistic endeavors, and in an effort to stay connected with her film and television above peers, joined several online forums dedicated to her favorite show. Right there off the bat, right that line right there. He didn't support me enough in my like if I said, if you didn't support me on my podcast enough, that justifies me, I'm secretly talking to Halle Berry online. No, and Halle Berry definitely needs my 10 G's. That should have been your first flag. I don't feel sympathy for people.
There's a lot of flags.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't feel any sympathy for this. Like I said, I feel more sorry for her ex-husband. But now it's gonna fall off that that ledge right there. But it just goes without saying that somebody's people need to seek therapy. But let us know what you guys think about that, and maybe we'll talk about it when we quickly go to We Got Your Mail. Okay, babe. What's the next topic of the night?
The Nun Actress Sues Warner Brothers in breach of contract lawsuit over merchandise revenue. This headline comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Bonnie Aarons suspects the studio is hiding the true amount of money it made off of merchandise exploiting her likeness.
What do you think about this one, babe? Give me some time to get this stuff situated.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. I mean, I'm sure that happens probably pretty frequently.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money off of all kinds of merchandise. I mean, movie theaters, music. Anything, cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they make a lot of their money, is from the things people buy.
I think that I believe it. I mean, yeah. I mean, she's. I'm sure that the studio is going to argue that the actor signed the contract with us for their likeness to play the character that we came up with, and that's going to probably be and we decided to make toys or whatever from that character that we came up with. But if you have to use her, but she has a very unique look, and you clearly, I mean, it's not like she jumped inside of a suit that looked like that, and she totally looks like something else in real life. Like, no, the structure and everything. I mean, to make a certain type of a toy or a life-size image, you have to use her natural face, mostly her facial features, to bring that to life. They're just applying a little, some makeup on top of her face, but that's her.
And I don't think it's that she's saying that. She's not saying she hasn't gotten any money or that they aren't paying her. She's saying that I don't believe that the amount is correct. I think they're lying. I think they're telling me, oh, we only made $5,000.
$5 million when it's really $15 million.
She's saying that the numbers are way wrong.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing for the most part. Yeah, so I'm with you. I agree. I believe, and I totally believe that a studio would try to get away with something like that, especially in that situation. We got to tighten our belts. Y'all went on strike, so we got to tighten.
No, I mean, I'm sure those studios are also very good at making the numbers look the way they want it to look. So I'm not sure how that would even work in a lawsuit to prove things.
Yeah. That came in. I guess that came in from the Hollywood Reporter, and read them off real quick. The Nun, what's it say? The Nun Actress Sues Warner Brothers in a breach of contract lawsuit over merchandise revenue. The complaint named Warner's New Line Cinema and Scope Production, which alleged entered into an agreement with Aaron's to play the Nun in the franchise. She was paid $71,500 for her role in The Nun, which grossed over $365 million against a budget of $22 million. According to the complaint, her contract included a $175,000 bonus tied to the box office performance on top of her shares and profits. So she's in merchandise exploiting her character. Instead of accounting and paying in a transparent fashion, Warner Brothers obscures and hides the true amount of Miss Aaron's rightful shares of merchandising revenue, all while continuing to exploit her, states the suit filed Tuesday in Los Angeles Superior Court. And if you go to this article on this website, even right here, it shows the actual law. These are public records. When you file lawsuits, anything from a divorce to a lawsuit is public records. So that's the first time I've ever seen. I'm probably not the first time it's ever happened, but that's the first time I've ever noticed that they've actually even posted the actual lawsuit. So you can even go in and see the full details of everything that she's suing for. So yeah, if she can prove it in court, or if her lawyers can prove it in court, most definitely, yeah, get your money. That's wild. My question, I said this in the car when we was talking. You were the studio after this. Let's say she wins or loses the lawsuit, and there's a Nun 3. Is she coming back to play the Nun 3? I think it would be in bad taste if they fired her for this, because if she's legitimately being screwed over, it would look even worse if they fired her.
My guess is that it will end up settling on some amount of money on the side to not firing her, but just saying, what is it that you want? Give us a number, please. Yeah. We can pay this. Let's move forward so that we can continue.
I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for a burger today. But I was joking saying, would they even bring her back? They don't have to, but it would be in bad taste. Let's say the Nun 2 does phenomenal. You gotta bring her back. You don't the new powers that be don't bring any more bad press. Don't screw around anymore. Let us know what you guys think. Will she get this money? I think you're right. I think they might settle. So let's find out. We'll keep an eye on it as it progresses. All right, babe. What's the next topic?
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man wanted by Marvel for Avengers Secret Wars.
Mm.
This headline is coming from CBR.com. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is wanted by Marvel for the Avengers Secret Wars.
I didn't read the Secret Wars comic book or anything. I've heard about it a little bit. What's going to, it's mostly tied into the character Kang, doing this, this big war with all the characters coming from all different multiverses and universes to come and fight. You fight, I guess, for the survival of your universe. Bringing Andrew Garfield back. I always said that Andrew Garfield, before they had Tom Holland.
Because he didn't get his...
Who?
Because Andrew Garfield didn't get his
third movie. Yeah, his third. It's not that he necessarily needs a third movie. I don't know if that's ever going to really happen.
No, but to get more screen time. I mean, to get that time since you didn't get a movie. And
Yeah. Well, part 2 didn't do that. It wasn't that well received. That's why he didn't get a third movie. But I always said that I felt like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man could fit in the MCU that they were building when after Iron Man and this and that, and all that came out. I didn't think that it was necessary for them to recast and reboot the character. But then when Tom Holland was hired, he was a teenager or just a late teen, and it made sense then that they were trying to go for an actual teen-looking thing, not a 30-year-old man pretending to be a 15-year-old teen. So that made sense. But I felt like Andrew crushed it so much. I felt like but Kevin Feige wanted to do Spider-Man his way, so it made sense. But I always said that Andrew Garfield could fit in the MCU. Like if they never really reboot it, I think Andrew Garfield's storyline and just continuing with him would have fit. Him and Robert Downey Jr. going back and forth would have been amazing. That's just how I feel about it. So I don't have any problem if he comes back.
I'd love to see him come back.
Yeah, I think he was one of the best, if not the best, Peter Parker. So I know people argue with that. I like Tom Holland. I think he's my favorite out of the three, but very close. But I think Andrew Tom Holland's my favorite Spider-Man. Andrew is my favorite Peter Parker, and Toby is my favorite Peter Parker and Spider-Man for the old school version of it, like the 80s or 90s or 50s version or 70s version of Spider, that iteration of the old school version. But for the new school, I think the new guys are doing great. And I would love to see him come back. Let us know what you guys think about the possibility that Andrew Garfield could possibly come back. This was a rumor that came into us. I forgot to show it real quick. It came into us from, what was it? Was it comicbookresource.com, CBR? Rumored Andrew Garfield to possibly come into the MCU again for Secret Wars. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is beloved among fans, and his recent appearance in the MCU Spider-Man No Way Home was a huge success. Now it seems that as though fans may be getting even more Spidey crossover events, as it is rumored that the MCU Godfather Kevin Feige has reached out to Garfield. This is still rumors, so we'll see if that happens. So let us know what you guys think. And let's move on. Let's round the show off real quick to the last topic, which is predictions. It's Friday. See if I can get this button to work. It's Friday, so box office predictions as I always do. So the slate right now is that Blue Beetle is slated to possibly go between $22 to $30 million. That's the new range. Originally, the range was in the teens, which means Barbie would have stayed the number one movie because it's predicted to be around 21 million. But the closer and closer we got to Blue Beetle premiering, and it's already premiered today, the range went up, and it seems like it might take the number one spot. Barbie to be at number 2, Strays 13 million to be at number 3, Oppenheimer predicted to be at number 4, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at number 5 with 9 million. Do you think last week I went against their prediction? I was wrong. I'm not going to do that again this week. Do you see anything wrong with that?
No, I mean I love that Barbie's still doing well, but I think from what I've been hearing, Blue Beetle seems to be very entertaining. And I
Mhm.
think this week, I think people are gonna
You
get
were
out there
talking
and
about
see
George
what it's-
Lopez. Would you be interested in seeing Blue Beetle, or
Yeah,
would
I'll
you?
watch it.
Okay, maybe we'll go check it out. You busy tomorrow?
No.
We want to go out and date and go see
We
it.
can do that.
We can go do it. Wait, do what? Okay, let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go against it. I think if there's any, let me go back again. If there's any change that I would see, honestly, I would think it's possible that Oppenheimer and Strays would flip.
That's possible.
That's the possibility right there. That maybe Strays would be number 4 and Oppenheimer would be number 3. But if the range of Blue Beetle was between like 18 to 22 or to 18 to 25, I would think Barbie would probably still hold on. But it going all the way up to a possible 30, it's rare that these predictors are wrong. But on the Campia show, John Voico said that he thinks Barbie's gonna hold. He honestly feels.
Blue Beetle, I would like to see. I'm hoping that it is very entertaining. I'm not really excited about Strays. I really don't.
I don't know why I'm not either. I heard it's good. I heard it's good.
The trailer and I
You
had
like
some,
comedies though.
I had some laughs, but I'm just like.
The concept of it, I don't know. I wasn't, you know what? And I feel you on that. I wasn't that into it when I saw the trailer either. I said, that looks funny. I mean, but from the people who did 21 Jump Street and Cocaine Bear and whatnot, the 21 Jump Street part of it got me, but the Cocaine Bear made me go, eh.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe you're right about. So yeah. So if I was to go against the grain on the prediction, I would go. Oppenheimer might still stay at number 3. But let us know what you guys think. Do you think this is a solid prediction on their part, or do you have your own prediction? Let us know, and let's see what you guys are saying in the chat before we.
It's only Michael.
Hey, Michael, what's going on, buddy?
I've been trying to troubleshoot with him, and he's still having trouble. And I don't know what. The only thing I can find on Google is that on iPhone, for whatever reason, on some pages the join button doesn't show up on iPhone, and I don't know. I can't find a good answer as to why. The only thing I see is that the solution that people give is to do it on a computer.
On a computer.
And that it's an iPhone issue of some weird reason.
He says, I just checked Campia and the join button is on here. Okay.
Well, that's why I said it says that it's an iPhone thing and that it seems to be random, but they don't give any real reason as to why. They said it's their operating system for whatever reason, and that it just gives a suggestion of trying it on a computer, on a laptop, desktop, and not on your mobile phone.
Yeah, and thanks.
That's weird, but I don't know why.
Appreciate you for even looking into it and wanted to be a member, man. I really
and the subscribe
love
button's there. The join button's just not.
And I know it can't be a situation where you're like accidentally blocked or anything like that, because you're able to send messages. If you were blocked, like on the John Campia show, no, I can't even send super chats. I don't know if you've ever tried that before, and I'm not asking for that, but I think that I don't think you would even be able to send a message if you were blocked. So I'll double check my settings on my end. Hopefully you're not on a I know you're not blocked, and I know there's another feature where you can kind of like mute people, like they're not really blocked, but I'll double check all those. I've stopped blocking people after a while. You have to really there's like 3 or 4 levels you would have to cross for me to even consider blocking anybody nowadays. So I know it can't be that. I know Michael makes fun of my bald head, but I got over it, so I know we're still cool. But I'll double check on my end, man. I'm sorry about that. If it's not on a desktop, then I don't know if it's the iPhone thing, but whatnot. But yeah, anything else on the other topics that we talked about? It has this, or basically that topic. Yeah, we'll look into it, bro, and I'll check it out tonight on my end. And hit me up on social media if you come up with any suggestions or anything. Or if I if I see anything, I'll if you hit me up on a DM or whatever on Instagram or Twitter or something, I'll respond back to you, or comment on one of the videos and I'll respond back to you in the community tab. But yeah, we'll look into it, man. But thanks for even wanting to be a member. I appreciate you. Okay, that's it, man. Did I at least do a tight 30? 28 minutes, 26. I did it. So yeah, finally did it. She always says I can never do it, but it's all because the number of topics that I might pick and things like that. And if there's more people here, we can run long. And the fact that we got back home after dinner so late. But I said I promised that I wanted to try to do the rundown 5 days a week. And I see now I can do it. Like anything's possible if you believe. Guys, if you want to follow me, you can also check me out at Chris W. Fagan on all the socials or at T3 Media Studios. Obviously, I'm the one monitoring that, baby. If people want to reach out to you online, where can they do so?
My TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy. And
guys, we'll see you next week. We will have a whole new run of topics. I haven't packaged up a weekend. I used to do We Got Your Mails on the weekend. Maybe I should get back into that again. Maybe make that a weekend thing again. But we'll figure it out. A lot of new things coming up. All right, guys. See you guys next week. And until next time, guys, have a happy peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.